What's up, y'all? It's Des. So today I'm gonna be talking about my experience at MEPs, and this is for the females. Obviously, I don't know too much on what happened with the males exactly, and yeah. So before I get into this YouTube video, I'm gonna give y'all a briefing of like my process of getting to this point of being able to go to MEPS. So I ended up taking my ASVAB test. I think it was November. I took it in November. It ended up getting me a very good job, which is bioengineering. So I'm really happy with that. I took the test, got my score back like a couple of weeks later, and then after that, you know, like recruiters is like hitting my phone up all the time, like, hey, I see you got some real good scores, but the whole time I knew I was trying to go to Air Force. Of course, my recruiter ended up getting my scores and everything. So we had our first meeting up. We had to like go through everything. It was like a briefing. I actually have it in my Air Force thing right here that he gave us. But hold on. So yeah, this is what we had to go through. So you see, you got qualifications, initial interview, ASVAB, follow-up, MEPS brief, you know, all of that. Initial interview was like checking to see if I really wanted to do this, or like going over my scores and like what are my goals, or like things I want to do, and like why I chose this and everything. So basically like an interview, basically. And then after that, we set up another day where I had to fill out like all the paperwork and everything. And that, honestly, it is what it is. It's just a whole bunch of paperwork. You there filling it out. I had to have my mom with me because I'm only 17. She was there with me. She had to sign stuff. And then I had to call my dad because he lives all the way in North Carolina to get his consent to like sign things for him. And yeah, and that was pretty cool. That process was good. After that, all I had to do was like wait for like a MEPS date, which that came pretty quick or whatever. So I got my MEPS date, boom, bam, bam. That was cool. I was excited to get that because I was waiting on that for like a good little minute, or not really like a long time, but it was making me anxious the more I wait, and like the more I'm waiting for the date, because just like, come on, let's get this thing on the road. But I ended up getting my MEPS date and everything, and yeah, let's get into this MEPS part. Just a quick change in like lighting and everything because it started to get too dark. I kind of started this video a little bit too late, but we good. Recruiter told me to make sure I had like with my documents, to make sure I had my diploma, my birth certificate, my social security card, my ID, and my diploma. So he told me to bring those 5 things. I ended up only having to bring 2 of those things, which was my social security card and my ID, because that's literally all I used the whole day at MEPS. But ladies, you can't have long nails, you can't have colors on your nails or anything, or color on your toenails or anything. No lingerie. Strap bras, panties that cover everything. No lingerie, no thongs, no thongs or nothing. Wear some socks, you know. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's basically it, really. Oh, for the actual day of MEPS. Keep your lips moisturized. Nobody like dry lips. Keep them moisturized. So had to wake up at 4 a.m. Got ready and everything. I was kind of nervous because my roommate was like not getting up at her with her alarm. So, but she ended up getting up, whatever. We got ready, got dressed and everything. Went downstairs, turned our key cards, went to go eat breakfast. The breakfast for me was actually really good. Like others may say different, but the breakfast for me was actually kind of slapping a little bit. So they had like eggs and like hash browns and like sausage and bacon and everything like that. I ended up getting just sausage, eggs, and hash brown, but I didn't really eat the eggs because, like, you know, when you start eating eggs and they start tasting like eggs, yeah, so that happened with me, so I just left that alone. But I ate the hash brown and sausage. was messing that up. I love me some food, like food and me, we like this. So, you know I devour that plate, like every time. Anything on my plate, if I put it on my plate, it's gonna be gone. But yeah, so I ate that, that was cool. And after breakfast, we had the, they like gave us a like briefing, like, make sure you don't have no weapons or you will go to like get in trouble, like try to scare you and everything. I didn't have no weapons on me. I don't think anybody in our group had weapons on them, so I can't really tell y'all what happened if you bring one. Just don't bring one. So we ended up getting on the bus to go to MEPs at 5:15 in the morning, a.m. And we got there, we all had to line up, girls on one side, boys on one side. And then lady came out, introduced herself, told her like, she told us like basically the gist of today and like trying to get in and everything. They told us to take off our belts. I had on a belt, but she said take off our belts, that's not allowed, so we had to put it in a bag. So we walked in, we had to put everything in our bag. We couldn't have our phone or anything the whole day, but yeah, we had to put everything in our bag. We had to put it in a separate room that's like in the front, like behind the front desk or whatever. So we got in, you like go into this room and it's like a waiting room, a big waiting room. And then it's like doors at each corner of the waiting rooms for like each branch. And they said find your branch on the door, check in with your people or whatever. So I checked in, got my name tag and everything. That was cool. And then we had to wait out there in the waiting room. And then this guy, he came in and gave us a briefing of MEPs, like what's going on, like report if you feel like you're getting discriminated against or like you know, harassed or like sexual assault, you know, and all of that, going into that bad stuff, just going in like the common sense stuff or whatever. So after that, they ended up telling us to line up to these other rooms where like the actual medical clinic. So we lined up with the other rooms, and at first we had to fill out this paper. You know how you go to the doctors and you have to fill out the little sign-in sheet, but you got to like check the little boxes and like fill out everything or whatever. It was basically that. And after we did that, we all had to go into the medical back there one by one. For me, the people there, they were really nice. I'm not even gonna lie, they was really nice. So we went in there, I checked in. The people at the check-in desk just asked for your ID and your social, give it to them. That was it. And then the first thing I had to do was get my blood pressure tested. Did that, then I had to wait in the waiting room and just sit right there. My vision test, and I was really scared about the vision test because I used to have to wear glasses. In that vision test, it was kind of iffy. You got this, it's this one test where it's like five different circles. So, and you gotta tell like which one is like more like a bolded circle. And like, oh my God. I'm gonna put the name of that test down here, like somewhere down here. But that test like took me in a loop. I'm not even gonna lie, like that really took me in a loop. But after that, I got 20/20 vision or whatever, so I passed that. Got my blood taken, which is easy. I don't feel like needles or nothing, or like it's scary to me, like I'm getting it over with. Got the blood or whatever drawn. And she was really nice. She was like, the lady who took my blood, she was really nice, like had a little conversation and everything, so that was cool. And after I got my blood taken, I went back in the waiting room, the hearing test, which was pretty cool. Like, so basically you all go into this room and it's like a soundproof box, like a big soundproof box. And you gotta wear these headphones and you got this button thing. And whenever you hear a sound for each ear, you just press the button. I passed that. Yeah, flying colors, everything was good. First of all, like when we was in there too, like this one girl, and she was like, dang, I need to smoke some weed. I'm like, girl, what? girl, you just get out my face. But she was a little girl. She was still in high school, whatever. Anyways, yeah, that kind of blew me, because just like, what? That's how I looked at her. Like, I turned around like and gave her that look, because like, I want you to feel stupid, because that was stupid. But anyways, after that, that was cool. I passed with flying colors, like I was. And then after that, I went in line to go in the back, take the P test. It was taking me a little minute. Like, I was sitting right there. So like, you go in there and like the doors are wide open. And then the lady was like sitting right there. So they gotta watch you to make sure, of course, like you gotta make sure like you don't got no fake pee or nothing. Like, you're not trying to do some sus stuff or whatever. And it was simple, easy. After we peed, give it to her or whatever, turn her in, wash your hands, boom, bam, bam. And then we had to wait in this other waiting room, all the females or whatever, and we was just waiting to get the big medical part, you know. So, and while we was waiting there, so we was waiting there for probably like hours. We didn't even know what time it was. We was just waiting there. So we ended up playing like hangman and stuff like that. And I had to get everybody in. I'm like asking everybody, so like, what branch you going to? Like, what, like, y'all want to play this? Like, y'all want to do something? Because like, they was boring. They was like quiet or whatever. But like, I was like, I mean, we're gonna be here all day, so we might as well get to know each other, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that was cool. Ended up getting called back, you know, to do the big medical part. So we get in there, had to strip down and everything in this white gown. And this one older lady, she was like in her 30s. She come in here with lingerie. I'm talking about booty cheeks out. She was a Caribbean lady. So you know they got that dump. You know they got that got. You know they got the dump truck. She come in here with lingerie on, titties busting out the seam. Not for real, but they was almost out there. Titties busting out the seam. Then this lady, and then she had like the lingerie panties on. I'm like specifically told not to wear this kind of wearing. And then when the doctor came out, she was like laughing with us. She's like, yeah, y'all was told not to wear this. Like, you flashing me, cause she literally was flashing everybody in there. Like, you tied that white gown, she flashing everybody in there. Like, come on now. But it was cool or whatever. So got my gown on and everything. I was waiting in there, but while I waited, they had the lady took my height, my weight. Yeah, just my height and my weight. So she took just my height and my weight, and that's it. And then we just waited for like the doctors to come get us or whatever. So I get into the doctor's office or whatever. She asking me questions or whatever. And if you go on the MEPs and they start asking all those questions, medical questions, and you know for a fact it's not on your record, and your recruiter's gonna tell you this too, just say no to everything. Because like, if you start bringing up little stuff like, yeah, when I was a kid, I had this little thing that happened, like this little incident. It's just like, it's not on there. Oh, you getting cut. You done. You done for. You might as well just go. Because if you gonna say yes and start just like, nah, just say no to everything. But like, not really. You ain't hear that from me. But like, say no to everything. And it ain't nothing like serious or whatever. Like, and they gonna try and like press it like, you sure, like this and that, like you ain't never this and that. And it's just like, no. All right, so it started storming and everything, as you can hear right now. So I kind of cut it a little bit, but from what I left off on, I'm in the doctor's office answering all the questions. No, not about to catch me slipping. So after that, she asked me to get up, the duck walk. So I ended up, before I did the duck walk, I had to bend down, touch my toes, all of that, you know. So I did the duck walk. For those who don't know what the duck walk is, I'm gonna demonstrate right now. Bend down like this, going like that. And you're going like that, like, so yeah, that's the duck walk for those who don't know. So if you can't do that, you know, try and practice that or look up ways on how to do it. It's real easy to me, really, but yeah, try and practice that or whatever. But I had to do the duck walk, and then for the ladies, you know, you gotta get looked at and everything. So she told me to get undressed and then put the thing back on, like take my top off and then put the thing back on. Back down, and she did a little check, you know, feel around, did a little check. Her down there, all they did was a quick little put the pants inside, check, you know, and that's it with how they did that. So it wasn't a pap smear, or they didn't have to stick up anything inside you or anything like that. So if you're a lady and you like scared that it's gonna be like a pap smear kind of thing, or like they stick up something, that's not what it is. After that, they said I was done for and everything. I got out of there. Before I ate lunch, I went back to go to the Air Force office. All the questioning, like looking back at everything to see if I passed everything, and I did. Then I had to go into another room where they take your fingerprints and everything, you know, and they talk to you about, like, you know, if you go in, you got to do at least 4 years. Well, you tied down to 8 years with the military, either way. So you go in and you do your 4 years, and you find out that you don't want to like do it no more after 4 years. You can get out, but while you're in the civilian world, if we go on the war or anything that happened like that, within those 4 years after you leave, they can still call you back. So you still basically theirs, technically, or whatever. But yeah, I went over that, got my fingerprints, did like another interview, did some more little paperwork, and after that I ate lunch. And then the big part happened where I got to swear in. And y'all, when I tell y'all, when you get to the point where you about to swear in, you know you're done. Yeah, I'm gonna show a clip of me getting sweared in and everything.
I will bear true faith.
I will bear true faith.
And allegiance to the same.
And allegiance to the same.
And I will obey the orders.
And I will obey the orders.
Of the President of the United States.
That process, for me, it was a breeze and all of that. But that day was cool. And yeah, that was basically my MEPS experience. And I officially got my date now and everything. And I leave out November 7th, 2023. So yeah, I live out November 7th, 2023, bioengineering. And yeah, I'm so excited. And put it in the comments, like, when you leaving for BMT or anything, or like what happened at your MEPS experience that was different from mine or anything. And yeah, and if you have any questions or anything, don't be scared to put it in the comments or anything, because I will get to every comment. I don't care what it is, I'll get to every comment. And if you don't want to comment it, you want to be more private with it, you can click the link in the bio, and like my socials are in there, Instagram, all of that. You can shoot me a DM or whatever. And that's really it for my MEPS experience / my process of getting here. And as y'all know, I leave November 7th, 2023. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, man, that's it for this video, y'all.